Let me see what, pray tell, is happening here. Public. It should be going. All right, I just got a notification from Chrome that it's live.
Okay,
There we
it's
go.
spinning now. Okay.
That's a long delay.
Yeah. So
Skip the ads.
I guess, yeah, we're on. Hey, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard us or not, but we are trying a new software that I saw Patty, the tinkerer's wife, using. Hey, Patty. And so we are trying that software, and so it was a long delay as far as it getting started over on YouTube. So
yeah, can you hear us okay?
Yes, please let us know if you can hear us.
And we're waiting on our friend Jolene Smith from Smith's Nature Friendly Farms to jump in with us. She was having to herd up some ducks, I think.
She's trying to get her ducks in a row.
Trying to get her ducks in a row, literally, get them put up for the winter apocalypse, the Mississippi winter apocalypse. And
And the Texas boy says that we're loud and clear. So
okay, good.
Homestead Preacher, Sharon.
Good.
Thank y'all for being here.
So this stream tonight has two purposes. One, just to talk about the fact that we're not dead yet. The winter Mississippi winter apocalypse has not gotten us yet. And then also to check out this StreamYard thing. Mm-hmm. Watch this. Country Homestead Preacher says, loud and clear. How about that? I mean, all I got to do is click on that comment and it pops up. Look at the tinkerer's wife. Hello, Tommy and Patty. You sound great.
Yep. We just met Patty 2 nights ago, I think, over in our live chat. Oh no, that must have been Saturday night. Huh?
I don't remember.
That's when we went live. But anyway, she is in Oregon, in Portland, close to where my son. Well,
our oldest son,
I don't know how close, but he lives in Portland, so it can't be that
closer
far, right?
than here.
Yeah,
closer than we are.
Yeah. So
Hey, Amy.
Anyway, hey, Amy.
Well, the Texas boys, our family story says StreamYard is awesome. So what I'm thinking,
we've never used it before.
Yeah.
The first time we saw it was today on Patty's stream.
I'm thinking we're like the last people in the world to learn about StreamYard. Country Homestead Preacher, it is StreamYard, Y-A-R-D.
Yeah, it's got a little thing up right there in the corner of the screen.
Up. Where's my finger?
Right there.
Right there.
Amy knows about StreamYard too. She says she loves it.
Amy, how you didn't tell me about this? How we didn't know about this?
Hey, I want to tell y'all right now. In fact, Amy, me and Bandana Grandma was talking about it over on Patty's, the Tinkerer's wife's live stream. That she is ready for the Homesteaders of America conference, and I told her that we've had plans to be there too. So that is going to be in October. If y'all don't know about the Homesteaders of America conference, it is amazing, and Amy's already lining up people.
We have plans also to send Amy a little bio blurb about Patty and an updated headshot.
It's my fault. We got the headshot done.
We do have plans to do that.
Yes.
That was a message just for Amy. I was talking to Amy in particular. So.
Yeah, Bandana's mittens definitely would sell. If she has any left, my goodness, people's probably buying them left and right now.
Adrienne over at Farmstead Smith. I love StreamYard. Nobody tells us the good things. We don't. Nobody tells us about all these nifty little things.
We've kind of been, for the last 2 years, we've kind of been out of the loop, babe.
Look at this.
Yay,
Bandana Grandma's mittens should sell well this year. I just love that. That is such a neat thing. Okay, hey. Somebody's joining the broadcast studio.
Oh, I wonder who that could be.
Well, she's not in here completely yet. So,
Amy, put a link to the Homestead of America conference, please.
Can she?
Yes, she can.
She's got a range.
She got a range.
See, the moderators don't. When I'm looking in the StreamYard thing, I can't tell who's moderators and who's not. So yeah,
Oh
Amy.
yeah, Farmstead Smith says we haven't come to their lives. Yeah, we've been out of the loop for a while.
Yeah, I
Farmstead
guess so.
Smith. We have.
Who
been
watches
out.
YouTube? We don't. Who has time to watch YouTube?
No, we've been watching YouTube more.
No, we have.
We've been trying to get back in the loop.
We're trying to get back in the loop.
I think my friend Jolene Smith from Smith's Nature Friendly Farm is going to be joining us tonight as we're talking about the weather. She is a Canadian living in Mississippi.
Yeah.
So I think she's ready to come in.
Hey, Jolene. Are you there? Can you hear us? You're muted.
No, now she's not.
I unmuted her.
Okay.
All right. Hang on. This is new. And look, you can only see half of my face.
Well, I guess we have a
good
smaller.
part of my face.
I guess we have smaller. No, that's the small
All right, we'll
part.
wait. We'll see.
There
she
Jolene.
is.
Hey, Jolene. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Oh, I wonder why you can't see us.
It just says Alderman Farms and I get a black screen. It might be at my end.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
Can your viewers see you?
yeah, the viewers can see us. And let's see, can the viewers see both of us?
Yeah, can y'all see our friend Jolene and us?
It turns out we have some StreamYard veterans in the chat, so maybe they can tell us what we should expect. Should the guest be able to
It might be my connection.
Yeah, it might be your connection,
Yeah,
Jolene.
you're buffering again right now.
You didn't feed your squirrels, so your squirrels aren't up to speed in their little cage. Yep, we've lost Jolene.
Okay, well, she'll be calling back in, but I want to say that Mary CBS News Jane says that they went and picked up the paperwork for their NRCS high tunnel.
Yay!
Yay! That's great. That is great. I hope you do get it.
That's good.
Okay, and somebody had said they could see us both. So
okay, good. So Jolene, the viewers tell us that they can see us both.
And a friend Patty in Oregon said that she thought maybe it was your connection. So since you can't see us.
All right. So watch this. Ta-da! Smith's Nature Friendly Farm at the bottom of the screen. And then ta-da, AldermanFarms.net. This is just too cool.
Okay, y'all. I don't know. He's getting all excited about this software now.
Yeah, well, I'm just learning. All right, so let's see.
All because of you all.
All right.
Thank you so much, Mary.
All right, so
I mean, yes,
we're
Mary,
experimenting here with this new service, and there went Jolene again. She gone.
Uh-oh.
She gone.
Man.
All right, so I'm going to show here's what I'm going to do. I've got a couple of little video clips loaded up, and I'm going to play a video clip. It doesn't have any sound on it, and I think you won't be able to hear me either. But I'm going to keep talking as the video plays because I want to know if y'all can hear me while the video plays. Does that make sense? So
the Tinkerer's wife was having fun this morning too. Yeah.
All right, here we go. So the video is now playing, and I want to know if you guys, I'm still talking. I'm talking.
Just let us know if you can still hear us while the video is showing.
Yeah.
We haven't done this before.
Somebody type
That's our high tunnel right there in case you can. Yes, they can hear us.
Okay, good. Y'all can hear us talking over the video. Well, I must have misread that. So this is what we've been dealing with.
And it looks really pretty but
it's not pretty.
But it is not snow. It's little round balls of ice.
Little round balls of ice.
Yeah.
All right, there's Jolene. She's back. You're back, Jolene.
Okay, she's muted.
I'm trying to unmute her. Hang on. Unmute.
Your mic is muted.
It won't let me up. There it is. Okay.
I think she has to do it.
Anyway,
we just showed them
I'm kind of back.
You're kind of back. We just showed them a picture of our yard.
There she goes.
Oh,
I think that's her signal.
it must be. But anyway, that was today. That was this morning. And we did have some real snow this morning. And it was so pretty the way it floated down and everything. It really
wasn't
nice.
pretty. It's only pretty if it's 1,000 miles away from here.
It was pretty.
Now this is pretty.
Anyway, yeah, and the icicles have grown and grown. It actually started melting a little bit today. And that's one thing I want to talk about. And Jolene, we asked Jolene to be on here because she has experience with dealing with all this. Hey, Christy.
She's from Canada.
Yeah. And so she has dealt with very cold, very snowy weather. And so we wanted to talk with her about, maybe what's going to be going on here, because we have like 100% chance of rain tomorrow and our high is 38. And we're just afraid that we're going to get some ice,
That sounds like a plan to me, Sharon.
Need to figure out how to send this stuff back up north.
Yeah. I'm not about it. And Jolene to be back with us in a minute. Here she comes. She's coming back in.
Yep. Yeah, Country Homestead Preacher says we in Bama are not made for 17-degree weather. Woo! Yeah. I know. It is just.
It's bad. Of course, it wasn't as bad. They were telling us it was going to get down to 10 degrees here last night.
I mean, at one time they even said 8.
Yeah, the lowest forecast we saw was 8 degrees. But it never did get down to 8. So, in fact, it only got down to 17. I think it's what we saw that they recorded, right?
I don't even remember now.
Yeah, I think it was 17.
I've been watching it so closely, I don't even know. But that's one thing I was just real concerned about, was that it's supposed to rain tomorrow. They're saying it's raindrops and everything. But I mean, Jolene, what's your call on it? What's your take on? We have all this ice on the ground now, and we're supposed to have rain tomorrow. I mean, what do you think about that?
Can you hear us, Jolene?
No, I didn't hear a word of that. I'm fighting with my technology here, but I seem to have something figured out I'm using my phone instead of the internet in the house, and it seems a little more stable. So,
all right.
Again.
So here's what I want to know. Patty's got a question about your forecast for tomorrow, but I also want to know, you've been in Mississippi mess like this. How does this compare to Canada, what you had to deal with in Canada?
It's funny. I have a friend, she's living in Texas, and her and I were just talking about this. She's from Canada and she's living in Texas, and I'm from Canada and living in Mississippi. And both of us have been here just under about 2 years. And it's amazing the difference, how functional we are in Canada with this weather, only because we know it's going to happen from pretty much October until May 15th. That's when we finally can put stuff in the ground, kind of deal, and you'll be done with it. So it's kind of, you have crews that come out at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they're, putting sand on the roads and getting your roads all clear, and they'll run until whenever it needs to be done. And there's a crew for every section of a neighborhood. And then here, quite the difference. One, I'm living in the sticks. All of a sudden, I'm not used to a little rural town. So no crews coming down my road. So there's nothing but ice and snow. So I can't go out and get, toilet paper, but coronavirus taught me to have that stored. But overall, it's very, very different. You're not quite the same. I prepared more for a hurricane than I did for an ice storm here. And that was a big mistake.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
So how does this is something I'm dying to know from you, Jolene, because I love to tell this story about, I keep forgetting her name, Dirt Patch Heaven. Julianne at Dirt Patch Heaven. That's way up in northern Idaho, where it gets to be like negative bajillion degrees. And she used to laugh at us down here because we're all bundled up when it's in the 40s and upper 30s and things like that. And so she had great sport with us. Well, she came and visited Danny and Wanda over at Deep South Homestead one year.
In the wintertime.
In the wintertime, and it was in the low 40s, upper 30s, I think. And she said, y'all, I'm sorry. And she apologized because she said, I about froze to death down here, because apparently in northern Idaho, where she's at, it's got zero humidity or something, you know, and it's just different down here. The heat is different and the cold is different. What's your experience?
100%. My in-laws harass me all the time. They're like, aren't you from the north? Like, you should be walking in shorts and a t-shirt. So first off, I'm not a cold lover in general. Even up north, I was cold. But when I come down here, it feels like when it's, and you got to bear with me, I'm still on Celsius versus Fahrenheit, but 0 is still pretty much close to 0. It's cold. And 0 here feels worse than 0 up there. So, and it might be the humidity. I don't know if it's just that you're not used to the temperatures and all of a sudden it's too cold. I don't quite know, but I'm cold here a lot. I'm also cold when I go in Walmart in the summertime and they have the air conditioning cranked. So it can also be that, but it's cold here a lot.
Well, good. I feel vindicated once again.
Yeah, you are right. Absolutely.
Well, the question I had asked, you know, we have all this ice on the ground, you know, and like I said, typically in Mississippi, you know, we get snow, every year, every 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, not every year.
Get a little snow. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, not every year. But if we get snow, we have it today, and tomorrow by noon, it's gone. And if it rains, it washes it all away. But one thing I'm concerned about, this ice started on Sunday afternoon, and so we had ice all day yesterday. We've had ice all day today, and we haven't gotten above freezing since Sunday. And tomorrow we're supposed to come above freezing, and she just went away.
We lost her again.
Let me ask y'all. Let me ask some of y'all from up north then, since Jolene's disappeared on me again.
She's coming back.
Okay. Can you hear us, Jolene?
No, she's not in here yet.
Oh, she's not. I'm just curious to what's going to happen tomorrow. And I know nobody knows for sure except God, but you know, we're expecting 38-degree temperature tomorrow with 100% rain. And we have this ice on the ground that's been there. Our ground's been frozen since Sunday. What's going to happen with the rain and the ice? That's what I'm concerned about.
I think it's going to be super, super slick. Very, very dangerous conditions, because you're going to have a low enough temperature that you're going to, especially by evening, I think the daytime, you're still going to be slick because you got ice on the ground, and then you throw water on top of ice and then it's slippery. But then by evening, it's going to totally freeze, and you're going to have these patches where you've got water over cleared roadways where tires have worn it down, and those are going to be slick. You're going to think you're driving into a spot that's got gravel or whatever, and you're going to realize, no, it's covered in ice, and those will probably be your really dangerous spots, but I think it'll be really quite slick.
Yeah.
See, that's what that was my concern, is that, and especially us down here in Mississippi, not used to it, thinking that, okay, the rain washed everything away, and get out there and it's going to be frozen.
So the key is, you know, so our pastor and I were talking about this a little earlier. He's probably going to pull the trigger and not have our church service tomorrow evening because, yeah, you know, Patty said 38. I saw 37, which is 1 degree closer to freezing.
It was 37, and last night I checked was 38.
Okay. So the thing is, though, at what point in the day is it going to get to 33, let's say, just to get technical, and then at what point will it get back down to 32? So to say it's going to get to 38, at one point they were projecting it may get as high as 43. It's one thing to say, oh, it's going to get to 43. But the question is, how many hours is it going to be above freezing tomorrow before it gets back down to, because they are forecasting that it's going to get back down to freezing tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So to me, that seems to be the key metric, is how many hours at above freezing will it be before it has a chance to freeze over again.
We'll see. It's going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's supposed to be 33 degrees, and now it's saying at the high tomorrow is 37. So it's going to be 33 degrees at 10, and then within the rain starts, and then we're going to be. Let's see. It says they've been missing.
Oh no, that's pretty good.
They've been 6 p.m.
Thursday.
So, but they've been missing us anywhere from 2 to 5 degrees. It's been wrong. We've been lower, 2 to 5 degrees lower than what they've actually said. Because I think the weather people are confused too, because they don't know what to expect down here in the South with this kind of weather coming through. Right?
I think.
Well, and I'm no expert at all, but I would say once it hits freezing, and that time might be late in the evening, but once it starts to freeze, that's when it starts to become slick, and that nobody can predict that time period. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was looking at the hourly forecast Patty had pulled up, and it's changing. It seems every few minutes, but it seemed like the hourly forecast I saw is once it gets above freezing, it doesn't go back down below freezing till sometime Thursday.
No, but I mean, but then it says 32 is our low Wednesday night. So sometime or another it's going to dip down. But I don't know. And now Thursday our high is 36. So if it don't go away tomorrow, it's not going to be going away until Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, and the tinker's wife said the closer to freezing the temperature is, the slicker it is, and black ice is a real thing, and that's exactly right. And it's oh wow, Country Homestead Preacher said ceasefire suspended our operations in Mississippi for the last 2 days. It has been a mess. It has been a mess, and I know
school's off. They've called off school again tomorrow for most, the southern part of Mississippi. I know. I'm sure the north too.
Yeah,
colder than us.
And our youngest daughter, Carly Ann, just started a new job in Louisiana. And she's
worked 3 days.
She's worked 3 days, and they told her don't come back till it thaws out a little bit.
Yeah, she's been off yesterday, today, and now she's off again tomorrow. So, and it's cold down there too. So
Jolene, what kind of preparations you got going over there at Smith Nature Friendly Farm?
I'm having troubles. I'm trying to get my phone where it gets the signal. Can you ask that one again?
Yeah. I said, tell us about your farm preparations. How are you preparing or adjusting to the winter apocalypse at Smith's Nature Friendly Farms?
How did I prepare?
Yeah, I know you were herding ducks right before you got here.
Oh.
Tell us about what you've done for your animals and whatnot. Tell us about the duck herding.
The ducks?
Oh, well, the ducks kicked her off. So we've learned one thing about StreamYard. Make sure your guest has a good internet connection. And I thought maybe
we've done it. We've done this before with Jolene.
Not this, but I've
Zoom.
Successfully done Zoom. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen our Protect Our Pollinators series, Jolene was a part of that. Mm-hmm. And I'll go ahead and tell y'all now. I wanted to say it while she's on here, but make sure you go over to. She's got a young channel, but she's very passionate about pollinators and passionate about what she does. So make sure you go check out Smith's Nature Friendly Farm and give her a subscription and tell her we sent you. And she's back to tell us about the ducks. Can you hear us now?
I can hear you. You're cutting out a lot. I don't know if you hear me okay, though.
We did.
Okay. So the ducks, I don't know that I would have chosen ducks if I knew how much work they are. They're not like chickens. They're not smart enough to stay off the ice, and their little feet hurt.
Oh, that's so aggravating.
She's having a problem tonight.
She's having a problem.
She don't normally have this kind of problem like that.
No, I would think this takes less bandwidth than Zoom, but I don't know.
Living on a postage stamp asks, what part of Mississippi is Jolene in? She is in Central, as we call it Central.
Yeah, she's right down the road from us.
Yeah, so we're not far.
South Central Mississippi.
We actually have worked at the farmers market together. for the last quite a few years. I guess 3 to 5 years we've been together at the farmers market. So we became friends doing that, and so now we keep in touch when it's not even farmers market time. So
Jolene, you need to feed your squirrels higher protein diet.
I fed my birds lots of almost 30 pounds of bird seed has been gone in the last 24 hours.
Wow.
Man.
She's taking care of the wild birds too. They've been coming and eating our chicken food. And when we feed the animals out there, they're out there eating. So
I'm just having fun pushing buttons.
Well, you're probably making people sick.
I don't want to do that. Oh, we're experimenting.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't like that because, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But anyway, we've had our preparations. I've kind of been in a panic. At first I saw that this weather was coming a week or so out, and then they kind of changed it, and I thought, oh, good, we're going to escape it. And then they changed it back, and so then I was freaking out because if I would have had that week or so to prepare, it wouldn't have been as bad. But we were out scrambling and making huts and getting hay, and we've been trying to feed our animals at least 2 to 3 times a day. We normally just feed them once a day because they can go out and eat. But we had 2 goats escape today, and I was just like, and in fact, it was in the afternoon when the goats escaped, and I took off out the front door, and I was like, woo! Because it had already gotten kind of slick out there because it had started melting a little bit, and I almost slid down, and then I had a hold of a goat, and she didn't want to go back in, and she was actually pulling me along. I was sliding along with her. It was like, oh my goodness.
So then, hang on just a second. Let me. Country Homestead Preacher's asking about StreamYard, asking if it's an app, and it's, I guess you call it a cloud app. It's a service that works. We're streaming right from within the Chrome browser. So you go to StreamYard.com and you can set up a free account. They've got 3 levels of service. They've got free, they've got basic, and they've got professional. And it's an amazing level that you get with the free. Now with the free, you have their branding on it. So what? I don't care about that.
Yeah, that's how I knew about Patty. She had said it, but I didn't know what she was talking about. But I kept seeing that up there, and that's they got the overlay that comes with their overlay. Now with the paid version, I could have we could have our logo up here. We could have all sorts of custom overlays like this and this down here that we don't get. But as you saw, I can play video clips. And it's a certain amount of hours. What, 20 hours a month that you can have free? With
the free plan, you can stream for 20 hours a month. Mm-hmm. Well, that's an hour a day for 20 days. Who does that? I'm not going to do that.
Well, there's probably people that do.
Yeah, there probably is people that do, but my point is, it's really an incredible amount that you get from free. Now, you can, on the free plan, you can only stream to one destination at a time. So I was able, when I went through to set up our account, I went in and went ahead and configured YouTube. And by the way, right through the StreamYard interface, I was able to create a YouTube event and schedule it for 7 p.m. our time. Didn't have to do that in YouTube. Did it right through StreamYard.
But we found out we had to push the stream button too.
Yeah, I forgot that. I had to push. It was hidden actually behind a Chrome notification.
Yeah.
So you get 20 hours of streaming per month for free, and we could have 6 people. Up to 6 people on this stream right now. I could have 6 of Jolene in, not 6 of her, but 6 guests at one time. And I could actually have 10 in what they call the studio, which y'all can't see this, but below my screen in my studio, I've got little miniature versions of me and Patty and a miniature version of Jolene, and I can take us in and out. And I could, on the free plan, I could have as many as 10 people down there and could have any 6 of them. And what I hadn't figured out yet, maybe Patty, Tinker's wife, may know the answer to this. Is it 6 plus us, or is it 6 including us? And then you can have, again, you can have a total of 10 in the queue, and you can have either any 6 of those plus us or any 6 of those including us actually up here in the actual view window where you see us right now. Who could beat that for free? You know?
Oh, what did I do?
You click show on the Hey Pathways Homestead. She said Pathway Homestead
there.
says hello at the Tinker's wife.
Well, I did have hers on there. Because I was going to say.
So anyway.
That's what I was going to show. Patty said that most people she knows uses StreamYard over YouTube or other streaming services.
Yeah, it's amazing. So the next 2 levels, they have a $20 per month, and then they have a $39 per month.
Yeah,
and
she said 6 total.
The
6 total.
6 total, including the host. Okay.
Hey, Charles Booker.
The $20. The only reason, and I'm not going to do it anytime soon, but I do see us at one point wanting to go to the $20 a month plan, simply because it would allow us to stream we could stream then to YouTube, to our Facebook page, and our Facebook groups simultaneously. Now Facebook didn't used to allow that because I do have Wirecast that I have as a program through my employer that you can do multiple streams, and that's within the last year or so. I think they may have changed back. Maybe you can't do this anymore, but for a while, Facebook did not allow you to stream to YouTube and to Facebook at the same time. There was a little workaround. You could set up your stream software to where it didn't look like it was going to YouTube, but it was going to an RMTP server that was pointed to YouTube, and sometimes Facebook didn't catch that. But the last I knew, anyway, you could do that. You could stream to YouTube and Facebook, and both to a page and a group all at the same time. So that would be the only reason we would want to pay the $20. You do get a few more people that you can have on camera at the same time. But gosh, why would you want more than 6 people up in a window at the same time? I don't know. It seems like that would be a bit much.
Yes, it would. And Jolene sends her apologies. She said
the squirrels died.
Yeah, she's just not able to connect in good tonight, but she said she is very sorry. One thing that I want to tell you about, though, she has filmed a video. She hasn't got it up yet over on her YouTube, Smith's Nature Friendly Farm. But she's talking about the weather here, the weather in Canada, and also I can't wait to see that. It ought to be comical.
Yeah.
To see all the different things that she puts on there.
Keep talking. I'm fixing to watch the chat over here. I'm gonna go see. I'm gonna go see if I can get Jolene's YouTube channel.
Patty says a moment of silence for the squirrels.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Rain Country.
Heidi, did you check my Facebook feed today, Heidi?
Oh yeah, I'm surprised. I didn't see her say anything. She says, Heidi says, I'm thinking of switching to the NI program. Roger the Shrubber created that one.
Roger the Shrubber. You fall for that every time, Patty.
Oh, is that one of those jokes?
Yes.
Oh.
She's talking
about. I don't watch those shows.
She's talking about, that's not the NI program, it's the NI program. She's quoting the knights who say
she's probably laughing at me right now.
Yeah, she's laughing at you right now.
Yeah. They watch these shows that are just so strange.
Monty Python.
I don't watch that kind of stuff.
All right.
But anyway, they have really, really connected over the show.
All right. I'm adding Jolene's YouTube channel through the StreamYard interface. Does it come out?
Okay, Heidi. It don't matter.
Okay, it came out hyperlinked in YouTube. So
Oh, she's not on Facebook anymore, so she missed it. I'm
Oh.
hardly on Facebook either, so I missed that too.
well, your crocheting expertise came up in my Facebook memories today. And
Yeah.
sorry if it's knitting, I don't know the difference, but the Black Knight and the rabbit from Monty Python.
yeah, I saw that.
So,
Oh,
and I
gosh.
shared it again, and I said,
Always.
and my comment today was, face the truth. I have better friends than you do.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said.
So, should we tell Mr. Rain what we are contemplating getting?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, it's okay because it's not a pygmy. Yeah, Mr. Rain. Yeah.
I don't get any of this, but you Mighty Python people will probably get it.
Yeah, 'tis but a scratch.
But,
Where's the monster? Behind the rabbit? It is the rabbit.
oh, don't get started on that.
The number of the counting shall be 3.
Oh my gosh, here we go.
Tell Mr. Rain that we may be getting a Nigerian buck.
Mr. Rain is here.
Oh no, Mr.
Here.
Rain.
He is here.
But it's not a pygmy, and that's
it's a
totally.
Nigerian.
I will not have a pygmy goat at my property. That will not happen. But Nigerians, that's something else. That's something else altogether.
Don't tell him.
Hey.
Yeah, so we are looking to go to breed our goats with a Nigerian to make a smaller goat have higher butter fat, because the Nigerians have, I think, like a 9 or a 10 butter fat. So anyway,
Mr. Rain is holding the grandbaby. We've got a grandbaby coming.
We haven't really said it on YouTube.
We hadn't really said it. So
Yes.
y'all, everybody knows Tomas, right? Our grandson, who is now 9 years old. That's just stupid. That is stupid.
Crazy.
That he's 9 years old. Well, our baby boy Corey and his lovely bride Kayla are expecting our first granddaughter in June. So we're having us a little girl, and we can't wait. Tommy, you do anything about Homestead Preacher? I'm gonna put this up here, and I don't have any idea what that means. Do you do anything about these IPP pigs?
Oh, it's probably a Mighty Python thing.
I don't know if it is. I don't know how many idea. Hey, look who's in the house. Yay!
Where?
Look. Ta-da!
Hey, Tara and Mike.
Tara and Mike.
We got a new what is it called? Software thing. We learned from Patty, the tinkerer's wife.
Yes, Tara. This is StreamYard.
Oh, I'm gonna be talking about it again.
I'm gonna put it in. I'm putting a link.
Mike says hi, so it's Tara and Mike.
Ah.
So.
Oops, I think I put a comma.
I guess I should be doing that. Oh, IPP pigs are Idaho pastured pigs.
Oh, I ain't got none of them. I got American guinea hogs, and they're doing just fine. Let me tell you, they are some resourceful rascals.
Idaho pastured pigs.
Yeah, I don't have those. Somebody was just asking about those.
Oh,
but Country Preacher wouldn't know about that. That was Bo Brotherton was asking about them in the in a Marco Polo chat. No, I've got American guinea hogs, and let me tell you what they've done. We've got several huge piles of tree limb mulch on a power line, and those pigs are underneath those, and they're probably still generating heat, so they got it good.
Yes. Yes.
And Patty saw them today walking around with a layer of ice on their backs, and I thought, that ain't nothing but insulation for them.
Yeah.
They're doing fine.
They've got a good thick layer of fat too.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jolene's in the chat now. She gave up on trying to connect, so she's in the chat. She says, "Now, Patty, are you a grandma or a Mimi or a Meemaw?" I was originally going to be a Meemaw, but Tomas made me money. His Meemaw came out money. But so I asked Corey and Kayla. They were over here for Sunday dinner a few weeks ago because it was Corey and Chelsea's birthday. So we had a birthday dinner, and I said, "Well, are y'all gonna let the baby call me Money also? Or do y'all want me to have a different name than Money? Because I thought, that is kind of different. And she said, well, I kind of would like it to be something different. And I told her, I said, well, we can try. I said, we can't promise, because with Tomas calling me Money all the time, the baby's liable to call me Money also. But I did tell her, I thought, I've heard of somebody being called Honey, their grandmother being called Honey. So I said, we could try Honey maybe. And so Honey and Money is close. So maybe I'll be Honey Money. We'll see.
It don't matter. You're going to be whatever that baby decides you are.
I told him, I said, it really don't matter. I learned with Tomas, it don't matter what they call me. As long as they call me, I'm happy. In fact, I FaceTime with Chelsea and Tomas a little bit ago, and he's wanting to come to the farm, but our roads are closed down, so we can't get him. They live about an hour away, so there's no way I'd be trying to travel on the interstate right now.
Watch this, Tara. Watch how easy this is. Bam. All I had to do inside this StreamYard interface that we're streaming through, and it's just a website. I set up an account on the website. So I've got a chat box on the right side of my screen, the YouTube chat box here. And if I had a paid account, everybody's chat has a little YouTube icon next to it, letting me know that they're chatting on YouTube. Well, if I had a paid account and we were also streaming to Facebook at the same time, I would have one chat box with all Facebook comments and YouTube comments, and the Facebook comments would have a little Facebook icon next to them, so I would know where people were chatting from. It's amazing. And to get a comment up on the screen, all I got to do is click on it, like Patty did, Country Homestead Preacher, loving Honey Money.
Yes, Honey Money. So.
Well, here, let's do it. Well, why didn't you show this one?
It just came up. Tommy, you're hilarious. You're having too much fun there, brother. See? Yeah, thank you, Patty. I'm not the only one.
So, and then to make it go away, you just click it again. It's
really cool.
It's really cool.
What we need to do is a film in this where they can see all that stuff.
All right. Hang on a second. Hang on a second.
You're going to make this all go away.
No, I'm not. All right, Tara, are you paying attention to your Facebook Messenger? Or Mike? I need you to.
Anyway, yes. Patty says it is super easy. And, it really does. I think I could do it. But do I have to do it on my computer, or can I do it on my phone?
You can do it on a phone.
You can do it on a phone?
I think you can. They say it's best.
Oh, that's right. You said that.
Yeah. So.
Oh, yeah. Country Homestead Preacher is going to be live in 15 minutes, y'all.
Country
Homestead Preacher is going to be live. Okay. They said they have it. But anyway, so we're really excited about
click that.
This
Mike or Tara. I don't know. You're asking questions I can't answer. Just click that thing I just sent you.
Tommy,
what?
You're being sneaky.
I'm not being sneaky. I'm trying to show them something.
Hey, Patty G. Now we have 3 Patties.
Yeah, 3 Patties in here. Patty.
Patty, the tinkerer's wife. Patty at AldermanFarms, and Patty G.
We are surrounded by Patties.
Oh, they said they clicked it.
All right. Well, look.
She's going to kill you.
Thanks
we are surrounded by Patties.
I just got out of the tub. I got no on.
Well, you're live on YouTube now.
Y'all say
you're surrounded by Patties.
Or kill them.
I just got out of the tub. I got no on.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Hi.
You're live on YouTube, brother.
Well, hi. Wow. How do I get the blessing to be on your channel?
How about this though? That is how easy it is to.
Hey, hi, BJ.
Yo, we got the Gillum presence is growing.
That's right.
This is the StreamYard system that we just found out about today, and that's how easy it is to add somebody to your live stream just like that.
So we could just have you guys on to talk about, goats.
Yeah.
Anything.
You said you could do YouTube and Facebook?
Well, for the they've got two paid levels, $20 a month and $39 a month. This is the free level, and you can only stream to one place at a time. But for a measly $20 a month, you can do 3 destinations at once.
Well, that's what we're using at Switchboard. So.
Okay, we're starting tomorrow.
So.
Yeah, I mean, check it. Look at it. And did you hear what I said about the chat? How you can manage it? You handle the chat through this interface, through the StreamYard interface, and it's one chat window with all your destinations chats right there, and you can differentiate them by every person has the icon next to them representing the service they're chatting from.
Wow.
So right now, everybody's comments in my chat has a little YouTube icon. But if we were paying and also streaming to Facebook, anybody commenting from Facebook would have a little Facebook icon by their name, so I could tell where they're chatting from. So it should simple. See, y'all, for those y'all that don't know, y'all need to go check out Living on a Dime.
Yep.
And they all the time stream to YouTube and Facebook. But Mike has to juggle handling separate chats. What are you doing?
I'm trying to feel what it looks like. See?
You see all the little icons?
Nice.
Oh, great. Hold on, the doctor's calling me.
We're not going to die, right?
She's going to answer the doctor's call live on the.
Oh, well, if that's going to happen, I need to make y'all the solo layout so everybody can see y'all.
So the stream's pretty easy then, huh?
It does.
So easy.
Hey, Mike, now you've got to tell us, there's something new going on for you. I saw that today. Yeah. And we subscribe too.
Oh, thank you.
So tell everybody what you got going on.
Yeah, I finally stopped procrastinating. And I started, I have a new Bible study channel called Christian ABCs. And I was starting with once a week, probably. Going to be posting things on there, hopefully kind of somewhat beginner level stuff to help people get closer to God. So today, published the first video today, which was my testimony. And I kind of have a mix of different ideas, but we'll see how it goes. Whatever it is, it seems to be clicking with people really well and working out.
Yeah, and you and I had talked. I don't know if it was when we were with you guys or what, but I had told you that we really felt, Patty and I really felt convicted about not being as upfront with our faith on our channel. So this year we've started the Monday meditations playlist, where every Monday since we started it, we're releasing just a little devotional, little quick Bible study. Mine seemed to be, Patty's done one. She's got a couple of others she needs to work on. Mine seemed to be following a pattern of how to have peace in the midst of chaos. I've had kind of a part 1, 2, 3, 4. But so I'm glad you did that. And Patty's trying to grab the link right now.
Am I doing it right?
I think, yeah.
Well, I had a little encouragement from my better half, who's seen me thinking about it for a long time.
8 years.
That's to the video that you're posting.
Well, where am I supposed? I thought I was posting it to this live stream.
You are, but that's a link to the video he posted, not the link to his channel.
Oh, well.
Which is fine.
It's close.
It's close, yeah. All right. So Patty just posted a link to the first video on Michael's new channel.
Well, thank you. Wow.
You're welcome. So
yeah.
Our tens and tens of viewers might see that.
Sure. Well, what I noticed with what we do, we really started kind of getting into faith discussions more as people were asking questions, and we realized a lot of people want to know things, and either churches or a lot of what they're hearing is either very, very watered down or very complex, but not kind of the basic questions they really want to know. And that's kind of what I'm going to
sure.
So
Danny and Wanda are in the chat, and they said, hey, and Danny and Wanda, I want to try something. So Mike and Tara, stay where you are.
Oh.
Holy moly, this is a cool system.
Isn't it cool? Well, what I was going to tell you, you might have not have been here when I first said this. And yes, my face does look like this when I'm trying to do something.
He squinches his nose.
I always
like
squinch
that.
my nose up like this. So, Wanda, I need you to check Facebook Messenger.
We got something to do.
All right, there's Wanda. And check Facebook Messenger. Don't argue with me. Just click the link. Click the link that I just sent you. We're playing here. We're having fun.
Dressed, Wanda. Make sure you're dressed.
Yeah. You didn't just get out of the shower.
Look, Patty says God is convicting a lot of Christian content creators here on YouTube in the same manner. Since she learns of at least one every other day who is following suit to speak more about their faith. And it wasn't that we didn't speak about their faith. Same with Mike and Tara, but to make a pointed effort to put it out there.
Yeah.
We all have a platform, some bigger, some little smaller, but we have a platform to spread God's word,
Well, it's really interesting because people are really desperate. And as soon as we start talking about the Bible, we'll go from 500 people on our stream to 1,000 to 1,200.
Wow.
It's so people are really interested and they really want to know, and they can't trust anyone.
Yeah.
Because they don't know who to trust. And even the people you supposedly can trust, like what was going on this week with all the revelations and everything.
Yeah, right.
And so they're like, well, what am I supposed to do? So that's why we've kind of started doing more. But it's really interesting because people are just desperate to try and
they are
have more information, but they just don't know where to go. So
speaking of information, how many Bibles have y'all given away to date?
Altogether?
Yeah.
Several
How
thousand.
many?
Huh?
How many?
Several thousand.
Several thousand. Yeah.
I don't know. Probably, I order them by the 500, and I've probably done that 6 or 7 times, maybe.
Each box is 500?
No, each box is 28, but I order them 500 at a time.
Oh, okay.
Or 400 and whatever.
I could go look in our records.
I don't know.
No, you don't have to go do that. But yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, Mike and Tara will give a Bible free of charge, free of shipping to anybody that needs a Bible. And so it's just an awesome ministry that they started doing. How long have y'all been doing it?
Just about 18 months.
About 18 months, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we did it right after we got back from our trip in 2019. So that would have been like September 2019. But then my dad died in last January. So a year ago, January 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I did a show on, it's so funny how God uses people. But I did a show on when an estranged parent dies. And that video is still going crazy. And people, I think we get probably more Bible requests from that.
Wow.
Than anything, because people had a similar situation or, something like that. And they don't know how to deal with it.
That's right. That's right.
And so, yeah.
Well, a lot of the Bible stuff, I think a lot of the people that we've talked to who have requested the Bibles, they just thought, I will never be able to understand that. Mm-hmm. It's that complicated, mysterious book that only other people can interpret. And really tried to, so that's why we send NLTs, because we think we'd like to send one that's easy for people to understand the first time they open it.
Start, but, and we have references and stuff for people because they don't even know where to start. So we have this whole list of things for them to start, but people just don't even know where to get started is the problem. So
it could be overwhelming for me. Of course it could be overwhelming for anybody where to start. I mean, it's a big book.
Yeah.
And we do try to say, we recommend you start in John. And then we kind of recommend some other places that we think are good places to go. And kind of the warning that, if you start at the beginning, about halfway through Exodus, you're going to start down. And I think partly on that channel, one of the things I was hoping to do was eventually going through a lot of the stories that people don't know in the Bible and kind of.
Yeah. I normally tell people to start either in Leviticus or Lamentations.
He's joking, y'all. He's joking.
Ezekiel, wheels and eyes.
All right, here we go.
What? One thing I want to say real quick. People make it too complicated. You have to admit you're a sinner. You have to realize Christ died for your sins and rose again. And all you have to do is ask him to forgive you and come into your life. And people make it too complicated. And that's what we're trying to do, is decomplicate it for them. Is that a word?
Yeah, sure.
Simplify.
Simplify. Yeah.
Decomplicated is a complicated way of saying simplify.
Yeah. Speaking of decomplicated, I just recomplicated things. Danny King is on the screen now. From Deep South Homestead.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah.
Welcome to our live stream.
Hey.
Yeah, I've been in the background the whole time. I just had to say something.
Well, I was really curious to see if this would work because we lost Jolene because her squirrels died. The squirrel's in charge of her internet. And I thought, you know what? Danny and Wanda have just a handful of squirrels running their internet too. So we'll see if it works for them. But we're just experimenting with this StreamYard system, Danny, that I learned about today. Patty was watching Patty the Tinkerer's wife doing a live stream, and she's popping up people's comments, on the screen. I don't know what that means, Jolene.
Big. But, should say big.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah, because I'm actually not a Bye fan, so my Patty saw all this wizardry that Patty the Tinkerer's. Well, it looked like wizardry to me that Patty the Tinkerer's wife was doing, and so we found out about this StreamYard thing, and man, I'm sold.
It's really cool.
And we can have up to 6 people at the free level that we are right now. We can have up to 6 people on the screen at any one time. So.
Wow.
That's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth every penny.
It's free.
It's free.
So Danny, say something so we can see how good.
Yeah, Danny, tell us. I'll tell you what. Let me, instead of just saying talk, Danny. Tell us about your winter preparations over at Deep South Homestead. How's it going?
Well, we were really blessed. We escaped everything here. We got a little bit of sleet and snow flurries throughout the day today, but nothing really stuck. It got cold, but we just did the normal things that you do around a homestead. We made sure all of our pipes were done. We left our water running. We secured down our high tunnels, took care of the animals. Moved our bed into the living room, slept on the floor in front of the wood heater because we didn't want to turn our unit on. We tried to save as much power as we could possibly for others who might need it, because we really didn't need to run a unit. We're pretty self-sufficient here with just our wood heater. So, that's kind of what we've been doing.
Good.
That's what we did growing up.
We're jealous of wood.
That's one thing we did, actually. He says that, but growing up so our story is my mom raised 2 teens on $500 a month. We lived in 3 rooms of our house, and my mom and brother and I would sleep on the kitchen floor and 2 of us in the family room floor next to the fireplace for years growing up. And it was toasty. Mm-hmm. People don't realize how nice and warm those wood fires are. And we don't have one at this house. And that's the one thing I really miss, is a wood fire.
Yeah.
Tawra, tell me this. I mean, right now, Texas is really having a hard time. I actually have a nephew that's having to go stay at his brother-in-law's house because they've lost power and they have no way to heat their house. So, I mean, what would y'all do? I mean, I know y'all's infrastructure is better there in Colorado because y'all are used to having this frigid, freezing, cold weather. But, if y'all have all electric, what would you do in the wintertime if you lose power?
Well, so when we were in Kansas, we had ice storm. What was that? 2005, I think, 2006. We had an ice storm and we lost power for 10 days.
Wow.
And our house was a bi-level house, and I was standing there, and I remember I was talking on the phone with a friend, and I could literally see the tops of the trees just breaking off like toothpicks.
Mm.
And we lost power for 10 days. And for us, we had to go stay at my brother's because our house got down to 35. But there were people, that's why I was saying in your last show, you just have to make sure you have a lot of blankets.
Mm.
Because there's really not anything you can do unless you have a gas stove. But most people who have electric don't have a gas stove. So like us, we have literally no backup heat in our house.
Wow.
So if it happened, but the good thing about Colorado is it never stays cold for more than a couple of days.
Except this week.
Yeah. But even this week, it was only cold for like 4 or 5 days. And today it already got up to 45. It was already melting off. But like in Kansas, it doesn't.
Mm.
And it's like you guys. So I know exactly what you guys are going through because Kansas is the same thing. That humidity, it's way worse than anything we have in Colorado.
Yeah.
We were thinking, we don't have one at the moment, but we thought if we got a wood stove or at least a camping wood stove, that we might be able to set up a thing to bring a little bit of heat into the house.
And put it like through the window, you know?
The thing is, we'd have to be really careful that it's not configured in a way to burn the house down.
Yeah.
Well, our idea was to get, the heat put behind the wood stoves. You guys know what I'm talking about? The heat resistant panels that you can get.
Fiberboard or whatever.
So we had thought about getting one of those. Yeah. And cutting it to fit our window and a hole for a stovepipe and getting a camping type stove. And then if we lost power for more than 2 or 3 days, then we could at least have heat in the house. It wouldn't be perfect, but it would be better than nothing.
And enough of that we would be able to set it on the floor so that it doesn't set the carpet on fire or anything like that.
And that's one reason we did the Sustainable Saturdays is to get people thinking because, even if you just have a plan, if you have a plan, what you would do if this happened or that happened, because it's so important. And I mean, I feel better. We haven't made any moves. We haven't bought any of the different little things that we talked about buying, but we have a plan in our head. We kind of know what we need to do if XYZ happens. Like, I'm so prepared to lose power. We haven't even lost power, but our bathtub's full of water.
Knock on wood.
We have almost 10 gallons of water ready to go. I have food already cooked up. We have firewood done, so we are prepared, but everything was so fresh on my mind because we just got through doing the series and we're having our follow-up.
Talking about it.
Yeah, we're having our follow-up this Saturday. We're doing a follow-up talking about the different things that we are going to be buying to be able to make these plans happen. But I just think it's important. We all should have plans, and really this cold weather, has showed us, we need to add some more things. I want more seasoned firewood.
Yeah, well, I can't just snap my fingers and make that happen. But
what do you do?
Danny, you probably weren't on early enough. I can't tell you how many times I've told this story, but I shared on this stream about how Julianne over at Dirt Patch Heaven used to make fun of y'all and us and people down here in the South, belly aching when it was in the 40s and 30s, until she came down here and stayed with y'all. And then she apologized to all of us and said,
Yeah, well, it's funny because Patty talking about.
She found out when you have that humidity that is in with the temperature. It's like today. I mean, yesterday, even though it's been way below freezing, the humidity's been at 98 and 96%. That is just bone chilling when it's in the low 20s. You'll freeze to death.
Yeah.
And our humidity was 95 or 98% yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was so cold.
We live in Colorado.
Well, it's funny because Patty, you were saying about it being cold here, and really, even though it look cold here, it's not that cold here. I mean, if it's 20 degrees out, we can go out to the car in short sleeves and shorts and start the car.
Wow.
There for a minute or two and then come in and it's fine. But that's
if I tried to do that, you'd find me dead on the sidewalk.
No, well, but they're saying that because
Oh, yeah.
as cold as our cold.
well, it's just not that being a lot less humid. It doesn't feel as bad. I mean, if you stay out in it for 30 minutes, then it's really, really cold. But
well, I told you we have a picture, and I couldn't find it. I looked for it, but I couldn't find it yet. Of Mike when we lived in Idaho, he was shoveling snow and his shirt was off, and he was out there shoveling. And I mean, we had like 18 inches of snow. We had a lot of snow, and he was out there without his shirt on because
I was working hard.
Yeah.
Tara, you're supposed to send me some pictures of that, Tara, so I can work on some updated Mike memes.
She was looking for a stash picture to send you the other day.
You know, one thing you said on the cooking show you did, how do you cook when you lose power? I have my rocket stove made out of cinder blocks. It's set up in the backyard, ready to go, because we didn't know if we were going to lose power either. And people don't realize you can get $5 worth of cinder blocks and have cooking. At least you can make hot cocoa and coffee and stuff if you to help you stay warm, because people don't think about drinking hot drinks to help keep you stay warm. And so
look at this comment from Jolene, who was our original guest this evening till her squirrels died, and so they wore themselves out. But remember now, Jolene's from Canada. I just find it interesting. She said she learned so many things with this ice storm on how she needs to prepare better. For those of you who joined us late, she was saying, here Jolene lives pretty close to us in the same county that we live in. And when she was in Canada, though, she was in a more of an urban environment, or suburban at least, and where they were accustomed to this type of weather. They knew that it was coming. So they had so many services in place. They had crews that would go neighborhood to neighborhood, plowing the roads and all that kind of stuff. And she said it was kind of a rude awakening down here. Ain't nobody coming. I mean,
we don't work.
That's the truth.
Did all your trees break off and stuff?
Yeah.
A lot of that.
Yeah, they will, but they haven't this time around here. We have it little balls of ice fell.
It doesn't, if it's, the problem we have here in the South, and Danny can speak to this as well, is that so many times we have such wet winter precipitation, and then the freeze comes. So everything gets really, really wet, and then it freezes and becomes ice on the trees, and then more precipitation comes, and so it just gets heavier and heavier and heavier. And pine trees will snap. Well, all kind of trees will snap, and we have so much of our power grid is above ground. It's suspended in the air, and so they've done at least in our area, Danny, I'm curious about your area, but in our area, the last number of years, the power cooperatives and the power companies seem to have really taken a proactive stance, proactive action to prevent that kind of stuff by trimming the power, the right of ways and all. And they seem to kind of really stay on top of it, making sure to keep all the power right of ways trimmed where there aren't any trees hanging over power lines and things like that. Because again, knock on wood, our state has been, well, I don't know about the state, but certainly our entire coverage area for our power company, which is the power company that our baby boy works for, but they've never had more than like 20 people out at a time. And this time it's been very, 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 we've been blessed. So, all right. Well, look, we have been on here over an hour and 10 minutes. So I think we're going to go ahead and jump off. We didn't really plan to stay on this long. We did this for two reasons. We were going to talk to Jolene, get her interesting take, her perspective being from Canada, the frozen tundra, the great white north, and how that compares to our Mississippi winters. And then also we wanted to give this StreamYard thing a first run.
He wanted to play with it.
I wanted to play with it. And I think I'm sold.
Yeah.
Especially at the cost. You can't beat the cost of zero to be able to do this. And, I see us one day bumping up to the $20 a month so we can stream to Facebook and YouTube. But anyway, we appreciate everybody jumping on. Mike and Tara, you're good sports. Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks.
And Danny,
For our impromptu guest.
yeah. And,
Our surprise
our
guest.
surprise. Tara, you just need to next time.
Jolene.
Next time, instead of putting Tara, you need to put livingonadime.com. You know?
I didn't know it was going to be live.
Yeah.
Pajamas, but hey.
Danny, thank you for being a good sport and jumping on too. And
Yeah, Danny.
appreciate it.
Bye.
Everybody in the chat, thanks for coming.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Tom, you still don't sound like us Canadian. Yeah, well,
Sammy Joe.
yeah,
He's trying.
I'm trying. I do a little bit better with the Cajun French. Yeah,
I was going to say you sound Cajun there.
yeah. I sound a little bit more like Boudreaux and Thibodeau because that's what I'm used to hearing back down in Louisiana. So
You got
right,
to get
now
no.
I got to figure out how to turn this off.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Not there.
We need to sing a little ditty while we're.
Okay.
There it is.
It probably would be the big giant red end broadcast button.
Well,
It could be.
Could be.
bye, guys.
Thanks.
Thank y'all.